Hope the Mission Housing Program sounds like a good thing, right? Helping the homeless get back on their feet, providing shelter and support. But hold on, folks, because what's happening behind closed doors is about as far from hope as you can get. This isn't a heartwarming story, this is a horror show. On the surface, Hope the Mission presents itself as a beacon of support for vulnerable individuals. They talk about providing food, shelter, and assistance. They boast partnerships with local authorities. They even put out statistics trying to show how many people they've helped. But these numbers don't tell the whole story, not even close. What they don't advertise are the screams, the cries for help that go unanswered, the brutal reality that for many within their grasp, hope isn't just lost, it's being systematically extinguished. This isn't about mismanagement or a few bad apples. We're talking about credible allegations of systemic abuse, orchestrated cruelty, and a level of depravity that would make your stomach churn. Let's be clear, these aren't just rumors, we're talking about reports from multiple sources. Whistleblowers putting their necks on the line to expose what's really happening at Hope the Mission. Physical abuse, cruel punishments disguised as rehabilitation, forced labor. And if you thought it couldn't get worse, hold on tight, because we're about to go deeper into the abyss. There are whispers, folks. And let me tell you, these whispers are getting louder. Whispers of forced organ harvesting. Vulnerable people, desperate for help, being preyed upon, their very bodies treated as commodities. It sounds like something out of a dystopian thriller, right? But the evidence, the testimonies we're hearing, suggest this is all too real. These aren't just statistics, these are human beings. People with names, with families, with lives that have been shattered. And the people responsible, they need to be held accountable. Every single one of them. This brings us to Bob. Bob was a client of Hope the Mission. He thought they were there to help him. Instead, last month Bob had both of his eyes removed. He was beaten so badly, he almost died. This wasn't a random act of violence. This happened at the Palm Inn Motel, a place with known ties to Hope the Mission. Now, the Palm Inn Motel is no stranger to tragedy. Just last November, 3 homeless men in wheelchairs were crushed by a trash truck in the motel parking lot. 3 lives extinguished. And what happened? Nothing. No investigation, no accountability. Just another day at the Palm Inn, it seems. These are just 2 examples in a long line of horrific incidents. Incidents that have been ignored, covered up, and brushed aside for far too long. But we're not ignoring them anymore. We're shining a light on the darkness, and we're not looking away. The police are finally starting to take notice. The chief of police is set to announce a $1 million reward this Wednesday for any information leading to the arrest of the individuals involved in these heinous acts. $1 million. That's how desperate they are for someone, anyone, to come forward and break this case wide open. But this isn't just about putting the perpetrators behind bars, this is about systemic change. Hope the Mission, with its glossy brochures and its carefully crafted image, needs to be held accountable. Their workers, the ones complicit in this web of abuse, need to be exposed. And the licensing boards, the ones turning a blind eye to the blatant violations happening right under their noses, need to answer for their inaction. This is a call to action, folks. If you know something, say something. Don't let the silence be their shield any longer. These victims deserve justice. They deserve their voices to be heard. And we as a society have a moral obligation to listen.